fear. Do you ever read the news and they go to every part of the world where there's a bad thing happening so they can put it right in front of you? They also steal it. The Fomorians today also steal it with endless scrolling. Just scrolling. Where did that last 3 hours go? Just endless scrolling. Which is all fear as well. That's how the Fomorians steal your magic harp today. What if I told you that every single day a war is being fought for your soul? Every single day there is a war being fought for your soul. What if I told you that a magical harp, a magical Gaelic harp, which is the key to your excitement, to you feeling this excitement, to your joy, to your peace, is being taken from you? Your magical harp is being taken from you every single day. But the truth is, you can call it back at any moment, and it's much easier than you think. You can call your magical harp back at any moment, and it's much easier than you think. There is a story in Gaelic folklore about the Dagda's magic harp. The Dagda was the father of the Tuatha Dé Danann, and he had a magical harp. And the interesting thing about this harp was he would play the harp, and as he would play the strings in the harp, every time he played a string, you would begin to feel excitement. You would begin to feel joy. You would begin to feel connection with the land around you. You would begin to feel purpose in your life. This harp would give you purpose in your life. But the Fomorians, the bad guys, the masters of fear, the masters of deformity, the masters of bad feeling, they stole the harp from the Dagda. They stole the harp. But the Dagda was able to call the harp back with his mind, and it flew back into his hands, and he was able to play the harp again. And with playing the harp again, he was able to bring balance and joy and excitement back to Ireland through the Dagda's harp. It's a very, very famous story for the Gaelic people. But today our harp is being stolen from us every single day. And the Fomorians don't take it. The Fomorians don't come to take it with swords and shields anymore. They come to take it with bad news on the TV, with fear. Ooh, climate change. With you're destroying the world. Oh, there's a war. There's a war going to come. All your children are going to die. Fear. Do you ever read the news and they go to every part of the world where there's a bad thing happening so they can put it right in front of you? They also steal it. The Fomorians today also steal it with endless scrolling. Just scrolling. Where did that last 3 hours go? Just endless scrolling. Which is all fear as well. That's how the Fomorians steal your magic harp today. The Fomorians want to steal this from you. They steal your magic harp by telling you you're too poor, you're too fat, you're too old, you're too young, you're too late. It's all happened already. You've missed it. Instead of Fomorians steal your magic harp, they want to take you out of the moment. You're wrong. Original sin. You're bad. You're evil. You're too small. You're too this. You're too that. Not knowing that you as a Gaelic man or a Gaelic woman were created perfectly. By a power source so much greater than any person or Fomorian, but an incredible power source. There's a story that Anthony de Mello tells. Anthony de Mello was an Indian Jesuit priest and mystic. He tells this story about a guy who went out fishing one day. And as he was out fishing, he went out too late and it got dark and he couldn't really fish. So he was sitting in the boat, and as he was sitting in the boat, he found that he was just bored. He was out there fishing and it got dark. He couldn't go back in. He couldn't find his way into land, but he also couldn't fish. So he had to really sit there for 5 or 6 hours until it got bright again. Then he could fish or go back into land. So he found at the back of the boat, he found just a box of rocks. So he said, right, just to pass the time while he was waiting for it to get bright again, he just started picking the rocks and throwing them, seeing how far he could get them. And he'd hear the plop and he would like, okay, I have an idea what that way. And throw another one out, see how far I could get, just to pass the time. He was so bored. And he'd just see if he could get it further and further out. And he was still sitting there and it was getting light. This big, huge bag of rocks he had. He was still sitting there and it got to light. And he looked in the bag, take another one out. And he realised to his horror, he realised that the bag of rocks that he'd been thrown in the water all night, they were all diamonds. Every single, what he called a rock he was thrown was a priceless diamond. And this big, huge bag of rocks, there was a few left. A few rocks left. So he had wasted hundreds of rocks, hundreds of priceless rocks that he could have brought back to shore. He'd wasted them. But then he looked in the bag and he realised, well, no, I still have a few left. I can enjoy the ones I have left. I can focus on the hundreds that I've wasted, or I could focus on the couple that I have left and really, really enjoy them. So the couple that he had left, they were enough. Every day, the Fomorians are trying to take your magical harp. They're trying to convince you to throw away more of these precious stones. Whether it's just that moment with your kids, that half an hour with your kids in the car, talking about incredible topics. Whether it's seeing a sunset, whether it's standing outside like I do and do a Gaelic sun ritual and enjoy the energy going through my body. Whether it's walking in the woods, whether it's noticing just beautiful part of Ireland or whatever country you happen to be. And whether it's just being in the moment, whether it's just walking around your estate and noticing that beautiful tree that has white flowers bursting out now in it, and it's just stunning. Or just enjoying the people around you, how incredible the people around you are, enjoying their energy. Every day, the Fomorians are going to show you all kinds of bad news to try to take away your Dagda's magical harp. And every day you can throw away your diamonds. You've only got a certain amount of diamonds in the bag. You only have a certain amount of diamonds. When they're all thrown away, they're gone. So you can look back at the hundreds of diamonds you've already thrown away and wasted. Or you can enjoy the few you left in the bag. But the Fomorians want to take your magical harp. And you have the choice. You can make a choice every day to throw away more diamonds. Or you can call your magical harp back and play your harp. Play your harp and create peace and balance in the world. Just by playing your harp, doing your thing you're supposed to do, and just creating peace and balance in the world, and enjoying those last few diamonds that you have left before they're all gone. It's a simple decision to be here now, to play your harp, to play your beautiful, unique music. You have music that nobody else in the world can play. Nobody else in the world can play. And we need to hear your music. We need to hear your music. And it's a simple decision to call back your harp from the Fomorians and play. You are never meant to live in fear. You are never meant to be doing endless scrolling Oh, look, this person has gone on a holiday. Wow, they have such a great life. I don't have a great life like that. This person has got a new car. This person has done this. This person's done that. Why isn't my life like that? Your life is special. Your life is unique. And you are incredibly important to the people around you. Incredibly important. And I can only see your music through you. Nobody else can play your music. You're not supposed to live in fear. And you're not supposed to be jealous at social media. So pick up your harp and play your harp. Step away from the endless scrolling. Step away from the jealousy, the anger and resentment. And play your harp and live your life.